to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Prime Time on EA Sports. Tonight, two AFC East teams set to collide. It's the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins.
Welcome to the field, your 2025 Miami Dolphins.
To kick off, here's Riley Patterson. And Monday Night Prime Time is underway. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. Leading them out now in his 5th season here in the NFL. Won 4 of his 6 starts last year. Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that would be the key to the longevity of his career.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's just a gorgeous corner route by the wide receiver. I bet you'll find, Kate, in the annals of football history, the best corner route runners as receivers are also the best slant runners, the best post runners, because it's all about change of direction, and that was put on display right there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Back to their own side of the field on that last play. Some ground to make up here on second. Trying again, following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, third down coming up. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yep.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And this is going to be 4th down, Brock. He's out of bounds well shy of what they needed there.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Now on 4th down, here's Austin McNamara out to punt for the Jets. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. I know you love this guy, Brock, a fellow lefty like you, now in his 6th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
I've heard from many of Tua's peers in the league that there's just not a more accurate guy. If you wanted to just do an accuracy test in the NFL, yeah, Tua's going to hit that target as much as anybody in the league. Avoiding injury and being available is really the only question mark now in Tua's career.
Tua taken right to the air. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 29-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Opening carry for Devon Achane. Takes out a one-stop. And they're going to bring him him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's good for a Miami Dolphin. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Danger, Kane. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Two and out from the gun. Completed over the middle.
Leads to number 10, Tyreek Hill. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the Jets' 47-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's second and 5. From the 47. Run towards running back, but he comes up empty, incomplete, and now they're facing third down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But the Dolphins able to track that one down and cover it, so crisis at least momentarily averted. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the New York offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. 16 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
First down, Jets.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They've got a first to begin the frame. Fields out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And Fields slides down safely as he picks up the first.
Scrambles from the pocket. A gain of 19 yards. And the Jets first down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. That's caught, it's Breece Hall. And he works it down to the enemy 44-yard line. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Completed left side to Smith. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. Mike McDaniel jawing at the officials, and while he does so, he's going to throw the challenge flag too.
previous play is under review.
Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
Hall running between the tackles. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
They bring Wilson in motion right. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. Ooh, got him close to the line to gain. Down to the 25, 3rd and maybe a yard.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Jets with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. 7th play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Fields. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On is Nick Folk to attempt the field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. And the kick by Folk is good. And that will get them on the board.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. D. Eskridge to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. So Miami headed out for its 2nd drive of the game. And coming off our first points of the ball game, they're going to take over now trailing 3-zip. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Out by Washington, left side. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it'll be 1st down, Miami.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
1st down, here's Tua. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa. He's going to pull this one down and run with it.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's keeping it again. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Trying to pick it up here with a chance. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle. Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Complete right side to Washington. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final time out here. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
The 21-yard line.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 21. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
The kick by Patterson is good. And that's going to tie us up just before halftime.
Kate, I think we now have, thanks to that field goal, actually a couple highlights to show. Production truck, they should be happy. Hey, video guys, put that one on the board.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before the half. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. Here comes Malik Washington. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Miami offense for the opening possession of the third. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Dolphins just about set up here, 1st and 10. Second half begins. quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That was Jermaine Johnson there to make the play.
Gain of a yard.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Tua off the play fake. He lost it, deep left. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Motioning left is their running back. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's a pickup of 9. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
For a Miami Dolphin. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They motion a receiver left. Running with A-Chain out of the gun. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackle for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. A-Chain again. And his fight good enough to gain about 4. It's 3rd down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Tua looking to throw. And he's going to go down. Jets brought the pressure and got to him. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
And that sack is a reminder why these offensive tackles get paid what they get paid and get drafted where they get drafted. Because to block the defensive ends in this league, well, it's no fun.
So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And a fair catch made here at the 17. The Jets have their offense ready to go again. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. On the counter, Hall. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Fields. Connects with his back. Hall. Well, this certainly makes the 3rd down easier. Nearly avoided it altogether. Gain of 10 right up near that marker now.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
3rd and 1, Fields to throw. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
This our last play of the quarter. On 1st down, they're going to start out with A-Chain. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. Just a field goal aside so far as we enter the final quarter of play. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Looking for the back that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Back to throw it. He puts some air under this one, deep right. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's good for the Dolphins. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Running for it, it's A-Chan. And he runs it across, touchdown! The Dolphins take a 4th quarter lead. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
Jets 3.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Wangu now to return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Jets offense now set to take over. And they're taking the field knowing that they need a touchdown here, Brock. More pressure on them now than they've had any drive so far this game.
Well, our colleague, Charles Davis, has a line for a spot just like this. Pressure, it can burst pipes, but can also create diamonds. Let's see what the outcome of this pressure is going to be.
First and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Fields. Throw left side, Taylor has it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
Second down now, 7 to go. Now it's Fields. And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
And the Dolphins with 6 DBs on the field here. They're in the dime, third down. He's back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down a score, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on fourth down as they force the turnover.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, the quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Miami set to take over once again on offense. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Gun. They'll give it to him inside. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain. So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts.
You know, how often do we talk about awareness and it's always offense, offense, offense? Well, this is a great case for the defensive awareness. The ball went to a secondary ball carrier, and the defense was aware enough to cut him down for a big red zone stop.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Second down carry for Achan. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins leading by 7. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with first and goal. They run the counter to Achan. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal. So quickly, the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Achan again on second. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
That right there, Kate, that right there has all the armchair quarterbacks going. Why didn't you run it? Because you take a risk when you throw it. And if you take a sack, well, now you got to kick the field goal. If you would have pounded the football, got a little bit closer, you at least give yourself a decision on 4th. I don't think you do now.
Here's Riley Patterson. A lot riding on this field goal try. This from 28 yards away. The kick by Patterson is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. When they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets out to begin another drive. The turnover on downs only led to 3. Obviously better than a touchdown, but enough to rattle them a bit as they return to the field. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields completed over the middle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. Here's Fields to throw. He's going to tuck it and run. And he will slide down just a little bit shy of getting that 1st down, but better to avoid the hit. Smart play there. That's going to set up 2nd and 1 at most.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slipping quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Oh, he's going for it again. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. This was a game they had circled a long time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into your building, you want to make a statement at their expense and get that W.
We know it's not just an axiom, right, that it's so hard to win any game in the NFL. It is. They're difficult to do. But a division rival in your own building, it almost feels like a must-win, and that's the juice they played with today.
This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.